in the farmlands of Maharashtra, which is witnessing a spate of farmers suicides. 73 farmers have reportedly died by suicide in the Chandrapur district alone in the last 7 months, 13 of them in the month of July alone. Floods on the one side and drought on the other has only heightened farmers being trapped in a debt trap across the country, and this is not restricted to just Maharashtra. This is a national issue. Maharashtra tops the list in terms of farmer suicides in the country. Joining us now, Professor Bijon Kumar Mishra. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. Before we go into prescriptions and remedies for it, could you just detail for us the situation on the ground?
Well, the situation on the ground is we don't have a very good kind of a robust tracking and counseling kind of a process with the farmers. What I have been able to understand is that there's a complete lack of counseling, kind of helping hand, support systems, because government comes out with various schemes, but unfortunately we don't see them trickling down to the zero level. And the issue comes in is that when you bring out schemes and when those schemes are not translated into some kind of an action or some kind of a communication which makes the farmers get empowered, we are bound to see such kind of incidents happening, which are not only sad, it's been going on for years. So what we have to really figure out is, how do we protect them? How do we give them a security? How do we make them feel that they're secured at any kind of an eventualities? These are all possible. It's nothing very difficult to do that. So my only contention is a lot of policies get made, a lot of schemes get announced, several budgets are allotted, but then why such events are happening? So this is where I come from, that it is because of lack of counseling, lack of proper communication. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, Dr. Mishra, given the specific situation right now in Chandrapur district, it's possibly because of floods. We have other parts of India where there has been a rain deficit. We seem to have had the lowest rain in the last 8 years. Climatic conditions and extreme vagaries are hitting farmers hard, and that too the small farmers often get into debt trap because of farming patterns, because of taking extensive loans, both for farming and outside. In terms of Chandrapur, sir, in that specific area in Maharashtra, what's your understanding? What can be done immediately to give some relief to farmers in that state and perhaps in other areas where they're in distress?
Immediately, the immediate kind of intervention should be to ensure that the people who are distressed, who are under mental agony, and who are under stress, they have to be reached out. And we have to make sure that they are provided with all the kind of facilities and support systems which they require at that ground level. So which means all the people who are working at the ground level, at the panchayat, at the local level, they all should not only be trained to look at such eventualities, but all the banks should be made alert. They should be told that they should be getting down to the fields, going house to house, ensuring that all these volunteers who work for the government, there are a lot of these volunteers who work, the self-help groups and others who have to be made immediately get into action in an alert mode, which sometimes we find is not happening, due to which, people are running from pillar to post to get to those facilities. So the banks can play a very important role for me, which I can understand, because they have good reach. There are a lot of cooperative banks, a lot of banks which are working with the farmers at the lowest level. These are the people who should immediately span out and give all the, not only the support, but make sure that they feel comfortable, because it's all a matter of mental agony. You see, they are all victims of mental agony. They need counseling. They need protection. They need that help.
You're right. This has been an issue that's been discussed extensively. It's an extreme concern, both in terms of cropping patterns, going in climate conditions, as well as taking loans, extensive loans in terms of lifestyle issues as well in several parts of rural India that we've noticed. Sir, in terms of problem areas this year, and we're running short of time here, in terms of problem areas this year, we focus now on the Chandrapur district. Which are the other key red problem areas that you're noticing within the country geographically that we can flag off in the show?
There has to be a link between the disaster management. There has to be a linkage between all the officials who are working in that level. And what I strongly feel, this is where the insurance companies should come in and chip in, because there are a number of schemes which protect them, but there is no claimant. You see, you will be very amazed to know that not even 5% of the people who get affected, they claim these kind of insurance covers which they have already got covered by the state government. So the claim rate is very low. There has to be a big awareness building process. The insurance companies should come proactively at the ground level to ensure that all these people who are covered by the state government, it's taken care and a claim process starts.
Right. A security system for those who've had crop loss and damage because of extreme climatic events, natural disaster, or other factors. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us and sharing those thoughts. It's deeply concerning, the plight of the farmers who put food on our plates or on our banana leaf as we celebrate Onam today.